soul with it. Yeah. So I was listening to the George Sedano podcast on ESPN LA Radio, and he had ESPN's Dave McMenamin on to discuss the Los Angeles Lakers. Dave spoke about how the Lakers roster is currently constructed around Anthony Davis and LeBron James, to the point that the Los Angeles Lakers really only look good when Anthony Davis and LeBron James are on the floor, and that if LeBron James and Anthony Davis in fact were to get injured, that the Lakers would really have a hard time staying afloat in the Western Conference. But before I read to you guys the full quote, please make sure you click that subscribe button and don't forget to smash that like button and hit that notification bell. But here's the full quote of what Dave had to say. He says, "When LeBron James and Anthony Davis both played, they looked pretty good. When they didn't play, they didn't look good. I think in a really short capsulation is going to be what we're going to see out of this team this year. Those two players are so vital, and the players that were added to the roster were so specific as to how they could fit with those two guys, that if they are in any stretches of the year where they're leaning in the low management or they're knock on wood injuries, that these guys would suffer. I think the Lakers will have a hard time in the Western Conference staying afloat in the playoff race." Dave did go on to mention that the Lakers are going to need health. He did mention that we have to keep in mind that the Lakers still have Kyle Kuzma, and that he could be thrusted into a bigger role if AD and LeBron were to get injured, and that it was great to see players able to hit three-point shots due to all the attention that LeBron James and Anthony Davis demanded, and especially being as though that the Lakers were dead last in three-point shots last season. So if you guys would like to hear the full audio, the link is in the description box. So I'm not really sure where Dave is going with this comment. I'm not really sure where Dave is going with this quote, because, I mean, if Kawhi Leonard and Paul George both get injured, the Clippers traded a lot of their depth on the roster for Paul George. So it's definitely not going to be the same team that they were last season. Without Paul George and Kawhi, I mean, I believe they will have a tough time staying afloat in the Western Conference as well. I mean, won't the Houston Rockets have a hard time staying afloat without James Harden and Russell Westbrook, two vital players to that roster? The Brooklyn Nets, they traded D'Angelo Russell, who was a playmaker, could score, had ice in his veins. I mean, he had the coldest veins in America. The coldest veins in America is gone to the Warriors. Rondé Hollis Jefferson is gone. Allen Crabbe, gone. Damari Carroll, gone. This was an above average team who played really well, but keep in mind only won 42 games and was able to get a 6th seed in the Eastern Conference. In the Western Conference, that doesn't happen. So with them losing those role players, don't you think if they lost Kyrie Irving and DeAndre Jordan right now, don't you think they will have a hard time staying afloat based on the fact they lost their vital pieces? And I can't even mention Kevin Durant because he's not playing. He's injured. Won't the Warriors have a hard time staying afloat without Klay Thompson? Of course. Will the 76ers have a hard time staying afloat without Ben Simmons and Joel Embiid? And how about the Trailblazers? I mean, won't they have trouble staying afloat if Damian Lillard or CJ McCollum got injured? I don't understand this angle that Dave is trying to take. Now, yes, I do agree it's going to be tough, but my point is there is a reason why you have two superstars on the team so you could compete for titles to win. I mean, what would the Bulls be like without Jordan and Pippen? I mean, I'm really confused here, people. Somebody help me in the comment section, because am I tripping, people? Am I tripping? Or is Dave off the weed, like Stephen A. Smith would say? Okay, because when LeBron James and Anthony Davis came off the floor from the game I was looking at, I seen Quinn Cook finding his spots, thriving in the pick and roll with the Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee. Dwight Howard on the boards. Rajon Rondo didn't play. Kyle Kuzma didn't play. I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe I just don't know what I'm talking about, okay? But anyway, Dave did acknowledge that the Lakers are making shots from the perimeter now, which is why I said Brandon Ingram would be on the clock last year to being traded, because you have to be able to make shots to play alongside LeBron James. And now due to LeBron and Anthony Davis demanded so much attention, which is what I explained to you guys in the video on why Danny Green will have the best season of his career due to that reason. It's the fact that they demand so much attention. and that we looked dead awful last year, not being able to make shots, but we're going to look a lot better this season. We look very physical. We look spectacular. You know, we have shooting, so much versatility. But anyway, I agree we would have a hard time, but that's just any team with 2 top superstars on their team. But anyway, y'all let me know what y'all think. Do y'all agree with Dave's comments? Y'all get in that comment box, like, share, subscribe. I'm out.